Hello viewers, welcome to my first video from Gamescom 2015. We've just been at the EA conference, you can see over there, and of course beside me here we can see the BMW for the Need for Speed display. Thousands of gamers going to be playing here over the next few days, and I'm trying to get you guys as much content as possible on Need for Speed and the other racing titles at the show. Looking good so far. EA have got some good titles on the way. Star Wars Battlefront looking pretty awesome, but let's check out a bit more of the gaming action that's on display. So the first game that we really wanted to check at the show was going to be Need for Speed, and of course here we were invited to the EA conference, privileged to be in there, and of course we see Marcus Nielsen on stage introducing Need for Speed, the new icons concept. There's going to be lots to learn about this game. We've got some hands-on coverage which is going to be up probably in the next few days, perhaps early next week, but we will get some direct feed coverage on Need for Speed. I'm looking forward to playing that and seeing how the game turns out. I mean, this build we're seeing here, obviously a lot of it was shown at E3, but certainly it's going to be pretty impressive. But let's just see what Marcus had to say at the EA conference, and of course look at the trailer that they were showing as well.
The rims, the wing, the body kit, and even the wrap. But that is just the start. We're going to build this car in real life. That's right, in real life, with our build icon, Nakai-san. And we're going to reveal this car at SEMA Show in Las Vegas in November. And if you participate, you'll have a chance to win and ride along in that car in Vegas that you helped create. So, with that, let's shift gears and meet the stars of the game, the icons of Need for Speed.
Change it a bit. You throw caution to the wind, you just go for it. Once I'm behind the wheel, literally nothing else matters. You know, you push yourself to the limit and beyond. And these style is just a part of life. And you either do it or you don't do it. But there's nothing else like that feeling of you can control the car. Can't really get much better than this.
So a really impressive trailer there looking at Need for Speed. Obviously visually it looks really nice. It's all going to come down to the handling and the gameplay really. I mean the handling itself will be arcade and relatively light, but it depends on how much fun it is to play with your friends and all the different rating systems. I can say so far so good, certainly an enjoyable game. Of course, elsewhere at the show we've had Forza Motorsport VI being displayed, and this is me here having a run around the Rio circuit. I've got manual gears on, but unfortunately I find out that I couldn't the instructions were all in German. I couldn't understand that the auto braking was left on until I reached a braking point and realised that the car's not quite handling as I should expect. So unfortunately we've really not been given much access by Turn 10. It's been very disappointing actually. Just Turn 10 have not really supported us on this game, and I'm going to try getting some more access, but we're just not getting it. So really when it comes to the handling, I haven't got a clue how well it handles, but I can tell you this, the wheel certainly seemed better on this version. There was a slight problem on Forza 5 and Forza Horizon 2 where when you would turn in, the car would sometimes lose traction and you wouldn't be able to get it back, but as I get taken out by the AI here, unfortunately that was a shame. Would have been a good run besides that, and they didn't allow any restarts for me, so that's the one run of the entire show. That will be on a separate video on the channel. Elsewhere at the show you will see we've seen the crew wild run. This has to be the biggest surprise of Gamescom 2015, is just how impressive the crew has been. New physics, greatly improved graphics, the whole game just feels much better at this stage. Still at early stage development. They've not shown the cockpit cam yet. If you already own the crew, this will be an upgrade pack. and if you don't own the crew, then this is how it will be when you purchase it later this year. But you can see here the four-wheel trucks, or four-wheel 4x4 mode, and I have to admit, you know, these monster trucks were awesome to ride. You can see me trying to do flips, by the way, a bit of a fail that time. Just depends on speed. I completely forgot I had a nitro boost at the beginning of this round, and I could have used that and got up some of these ramps. But it's just all new suspension, all new handling, all new graphics. It's transformed the environments, and great feeling of speed as well. So all of this is going to be coming on a separate video. We're going to look at the monster trucks, dragster cars, drift cars, bikes. I'm terrible at drifting. Hold my hand up, nothing's going to change there, of course, but loads of fun, and it's something we'll probably put a bit more time into this year. You know, it's a shame because I quite enjoyed the crew for what it was worth. I wasn't able to do all the content I wanted to do on it last year, but it's certainly one that's going to have a bit more of a focus from us again later this year. Much more looking like Forza Horizon 2 now. Very impressive and great feeling of speed. Really surprising one there on that. Elsewhere at the show was TrackMania Turbo, which is coming out for PS4, PC, everything later this year. Looking great. I got an expert to drive this, by the way, and this isn't me. My god, this guy was brilliant at it. He's working on the game, and he's one of those sort of TrackMania masters. And you know what? This is so hard what he's driving here. The car is not glued to the road, I will point out. The new cars on these circuits slide around a lot. Super quick. Look at that for ultimate speed. So I said to the guy, hey, show me how it's done. And he made some awesome videos. And he's unsatisfied with some of these runs, so he actually runs them several times. And you know what? I just saw that's all part of TrackMania. It's almost like that oh, I've made a mistake, start again, or that was, you know, 1/10 off of what it should be, start again. It's quite competitive with your friends. I've also played this with Project Morpheus, but I'm going to talk more about that in the video. But TrackMania is a nice little surprise coming out for consoles later this year. We'll run a bit more sort of content on it. If you haven't played TrackMania before on the PC, it's a lot of fun. Nice simple game, very addictive, and you know, it's also got a track builder option in it as well. We're going to look at a little bit of that in the upcoming videos. I love this high-speed section, flat out, all the way around here. That's awesome. Love the feeling of speed. Cars sliding about a lot as well. You just can't tell the skills that this guy has. Pretty awesome stuff. So elsewhere, finally at the show, we had a nice little surprise in the form of Racecraft, which you see here. Racecraft is a game where it randomly generates courses. You can design your own cars, design your own courses. Coming to the PC later in 2015, and the handling was loads of fun. The course generator is absolutely fantastic. I mean, who needs Herman Tilke when you've got a course generator like this? It generates some cracking F1 style courses, has a really nice handling style to it. Car was working really well. And this was my first ever go, you know, on a course I didn't know because it was randomly generated, and yet it had a certain logic to it as well. So a bit of getting used to, but I certainly enjoyed the handling, you know, getting a hold of it and the opposite lock and everything else. Racecraft, big surprise. We've got some good videos coming up on this on the channel, as well as an interview, and that's what I've seen at the show so far. I'm going back there tomorrow, final day. Some of you have mentioned kart sim. I'm going to have a look for it, as well as any other racing stuff I can find on the show floor. I will try again to see if we can get some access to Forza Motorsport. I mean, it would be nice if Turn 10 would grant us that access, but at the moment it's not looking good, but you never know. I'll do my best. And of course, Need for Speed will be next week. But some of these videos are going to have, some of these clips you've seen are going to have extended videos, extended runs coming up in the coming days. And when I get back to base, I'll be editing these all together, as well as other content on the channel as well. And there'll be lots more coming soon from me. But this was a nice little surprise. Just wanted to add it on the end here. And as ever, there'll be more from me very soon.